Welcome back. We are all here again, just coming in to encourage you guys and start our morning off right with some truth and some conversations. And so these are both of my sisters. If you guys haven't known that yet, this is Emily and this is Olivia. And today we are going to just go off of a question and kind of talk about that question together. And when I read it, I'll have Liv go ahead and have her answer first.
No, I'm not doing that. You go first.
Oh my gosh, no, you got it.
No.
Okay, so in what ways can you see God reaching out to you?
Good. I didn't
Liv,
order
oh my
going
gosh,
in order
this is
this
classic.
time.
So, I obviously got to read this question last night, so I had a little time to think about it. But in this season or this time in my life, I really feel like the Lord is teaching me that like time is valuable, and I'm never gonna get this time back that I was so worried about tomorrow, or I'm so in yesterday and what I could have done better, but I'm never gonna get the now back, and just to embrace that time that I have with family or that I have in this quarantine time to really fully learn more about Christ, because I have all the time in the world to do that. Like, I don't have any excuses. I mean, I can busy myself up with doing projects around the house or cleaning, but I finally have the time now to just fully learn more and read more, and I can't make excuses for myself. So I've been learning about that, and I also, to tag along with that, I feel like the past couple months I was kind of in this season with the Lord where I was holding His hand and we were walking along, and I'm trusting Him because we went through a lot of family events this 2020 that we needed God's trust. I mean, we always do, but it's things we couldn't see happen yet, and we were trusting His promises. But I feel like now I'm in this season where He's pulled me in close and He's whispering to me like, Amanda, this is your identity. This is who I say you are. And I feel like it's become a more intimate, more deep thing. But if I was busy and if I was running around trying to, fill up my calendar, I probably would not hear what the Lord was telling me. And so I feel like all the distractions being pushed aside has really just allowed me to hear His voice more clearly, and for me to just have my ear inclined to Him and what He has to share to me. And it's been a really neat process. That's kind of what I've been learning. And if you just joined, the question we're going off of is, in what ways can you see God reaching out to you? So now I'm going to go to Liv for her answer.
Kind of going off what Amanda said, I think one of the biggest things He's giving us all in general is time. And that's like one of the most valuable things that we have. And I think it's more important than ever to like really take a hold of that, because we can still get caught up in the traps of like busying ourselves in different ways, even though it doesn't like look like going out to shop or hang out with friends or people. Like, we can still do it with our phones and just like little menial tasks around the house and just not doing anything. And I've noticed that with myself. But I think like really taking advantage of like this time that He's given us of like no outside like distractions in a sense, has been really like cool for me. And I think sometimes when we allow ourselves to slow down, I think one of the things He's giving me is the time to like heal from just like pain and like things that I never have fully addressed, because I was just kind of putting it off or doing other things, so it wasn't as important, or I didn't even know it existed. And so I think more than ever it's crucial to just like fight for moments of solitude, even in this quarantine thing, like, I think it's still really easy to get distracted.
Yeah.
And so I think, like, that's exactly what he's giving me, is the time to do that. And also I think he's teaching me more about what it looks like to have, like, a heart of gratitude, because I think right now it's really easy to look at everything that's been taken away, and for me, like, I'll have really bad days because I'm like, man, all this looks horrible, like, what next? And but then looking at, like, what he's given has definitely changed perspectives a lot. So, yeah.
I think for me, there's a couple of things. Like, first, kind of going along with everything they're saying, is just, like, learning how to rest and, like, be still. I think
It's hard.
that's really hard for me. And now that, like, even work and different things have changed, the things that I used to put so much of my time and things like that, like, just learning to be still and what does that look like. And that's, I don't have it mastered. I'm literally just still day by day trying to figure out how to do that, and how to, like, cut off my old self of just, like, feeling like I have to be doing something at all times, even if it's, like, cleaning the counters or sweeping the floor. And so that's one thing. But I think one of the things I've really seen is just, like, how the Lord desires us and, like, is pursuing us, like, all the time, whether we see it or not. And I think now that, like, my life has slowed down, I think I'm seeing those more, even though, like, they were probably always there. I was just distracted. And so, like, even just, like, small things, like going on these walks and that kind of thing, like, I used to, you know, take my headphones with me, and I don't, sometimes I still do, but, like, I've had, like, scriptures all of a sudden come on my heart, like, you need to go look this up when you get home, or, like, have someone who's, like, put on my heart to, like, reach out to, or I don't know. So, like, even watching a movie on Netflix, like, there's, like, some line that stuck out, or I was listening to the song, and it's just, like, the Lord is constantly speaking to us, like, are we willing to listen, essentially.
This is something that, like, Dad always said. He's like, trust in his ability to speak more than our ability to, like, understand. Because, like, he's always speaking, but sometimes we don't.
So that's kind of, like, my big thing I think I'm learning is
kind of going off of kind of what they both said is gratitude. And I realized, man, like, there's so much to be grateful for. And I know we say that all the time, but, like, do we truly mean it? Like, being stripped from everything as of recently and being in this space of, like, you can either soak in your pity and your despair and your attitude and your disappointment can really dictate your day, like, as of recently even more. Like, your attitude has a lot to determine the course of your day. And I just realized, man, like, I'm so grateful my body has the ability to go up and go on a walk or do a workout, or that I have family that I'm surrounded with when a lot of people are in solitude by themselves. Like, I have a plate to eat food every night at the dinner table, every morning, every lunch. I have people that are pouring into me right here that are, like, believe in the Lord as well. Like, there's so many things to be grateful for, and I don't ever really think I was always grateful, but I don't even think at this degree. Like, it just kind of changes your attitude of the day when you change it from, man, this really stinks, I wish that I could have this now, I wish that life was back to normal, and changing it to, no, I'm thankful for what I do have. I'm thankful that I woke up another day, that I can sip coffee with my siblings, and I'm thankful for this, that I can come on here and just try to encourage you guys and encourage myself. Like, this is very much a us thing too. It's not like we're preaching at you because have it any better. We don't, like, we are just here to encourage one another and ourselves. So I think gratitude is a huge thing. I realized the first 2 weeks of this quarantine, I was just in the pit. Like, I was so almost selfish in a way of, like, why did this happen?
I don't think it's bad to have like moments where you feel that
Yeah.
way.
That's true.
I don't
So
think
like
you have to
not
fake it
feeling like
always,
ashamed
yeah.
for not feeling okay about circumstances,
Yeah.
but not getting stuck
Not
in
getting
that
stuck.
place
Right,
forever.
I was stuck for like a week. But
Trust me, I've had my moments too.
oh, yeah. Okay. No, but I think. Do you guys have anything else to share about that?
No, I just encourage people to just like, again, keep looking for or listening to like what the Lord's saying to you, whatever that is. Like, you
Yeah.
know, in small moments
yeah.
through other people, and
You can even ask him. Like, it may not come like out of the ordinary, like out of the blue when you're walking on a walk, but like if you ask the Lord, like, hey, like, what is on your heart for me right now? Like, what do I need to like incline my ear to hear from you? And like, he won't fail to answer that question for you. Like, I sometimes think we get this habit of thinking that it's just gonna pop out of the sky and like fireworks are gonna go off and that's how he gets our attention, and he surely can do that, but also I think it takes an obedience in our part to ask him and seek him and knock
and
and
be willing to listen and like slow down. To,
be willing to
Yeah.
listen as a
I
huge thing.
think, yeah, like she said, fight to like look for ways to listen to him. But I think one of the biggest things to do is to fight for the time and the space to do so, because we can just as much busy ourselves now than we did before all of this happened.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I know that to be true for myself.
it's good. But I think that's all we have today. But if you want to talk about the conversation we had today or tell us your answer, don't feel.
Will you ask the
Don't-
question again?
yeah,
just so.
Yeah, the question is, in what ways can you see God reaching out to you? So if you want to DM us your answer, if you have our phone number, don't hesitate to reach out. We would love to chat with you and talk with you. And yeah, but thank you guys for tuning in and listening today and just chatting with us. It's encouraging to start the day in truth and just talking in community and fellowship with one another. So we will be back sometime soon. But until then, have a great day and yeah.
Do I end this? Okay.
Don't share yet. Hold on. I gotta see.